Hello, hello everybody, and good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. Give me 1 second while I set myself up. I am a few minutes early. I'm just pulling up my video here so I can see the chat. And look what I brought out today. The Make It Happen box. This is what I'm gonna call it, the Make It Happen box. We're going to be doing a drawing for I'm gonna be doing a redraw for the giveaway that my first giveaway for my store. As I mentioned before, the person that originally won was an international participant, and unfortunately at this time I cannot, I can't do the international. I said that originally when I put up the video for the giveaway. So I'm going to be doing a redraw. Now, just remember for future giveaway opportunities, you do have to be subscribed. I do have to be able to verify your subscription status, you guys, and you do have to comment on the videos that have to do with happydaycrafts.com, which a lot of them recently do. The more you comment on those videos, those posts here on YouTube, the more chances you have to win. And so I do have everybody's, I went through the list. I do have everybody's name in here. Okay, the only person that I could not verify their subscription status is this person here, Rebecca. I did check and I couldn't verify them. I couldn't find them on my list. So I am going to be withdrawing this name from the list because I haven't seen this person again either on the channel, and again I can't verify their subscription status. So unfortunately I'm gonna have to remove this name because they might have been subscribed at the time when I did the original drawing, but they are no longer subscribed, I think. I'm not sure, but I know I couldn't find them, so I am going to be removing that name just to be fair to the ones that are subscribed, the ones that I can verify. Okay, so we do have that. My live officially starts in 1 more minute, you guys. So as soon as the 10 o'clock mark hits, I'm going to go ahead and do the drawing for this so that I can get this part out of the way. Winner, you have 24 hours to contact me either through Facebook, through Instagram, or through my email. And I have to give you the code or see how I work that out so that you are able to claim your prize on my site. Remember that the prizes are going to be claimed on happydaycrafts.com. So that is where you're going to be able to go and do some shopping on me. So yes, you guys, almost. I have Angie here in the room with me. She's going to be drawing the name out while I hold the box. Tanya, you made it. Happy Sunday, my friend. Happy Sunday. We're going to be redrawing a winner, a winner. Tanya says, Angie. Say hi, say hi. Okay, Angie's, Angie's Angie, you guys. Angie's Angie. Yes, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. So today we're going to be working in my chipboard journal. I'm going to be working on the first page. I'm so excited. I'm in love. I fall in love a lot with the stuff that I create, but I'm in love right now. You guys, I'm so excited. I'm in love with my journal. I'm in love with my journal. My goodness. Oh my goodness. It looks so pretty. It looks so pretty. And you can make yours pretty too. All you got to do is stop by happydaycrafts.com and pick yourself up one. And you can do whatever you like. Whatever you like. Good morning, Anastasia. No, I don't have an Apple phone. But my site accepts any credit card. And all payments are handled through PayPal. So even though it's a PayPal portal for you to pay, you don't have to have a PayPal account. You can use any credit card to pay. If you have Cash App gives you a virtual credit card, and you could also request to have a credit card mailed to you. But if you use Cash App, they give you a virtual number right there, and you can also use that as a credit card. So if you guys have ways of working that, you can also do that as well as an app that you can download. And if you need my Cash App name, just let me know and I'll give it to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Ada. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. All right, you guys, so let's get this winner announced. And remember, for your next opportunity to win a $20 gift certificate to happydaycrafts.com, make sure that you do comment on the videos and the posts. The more you comment on those videos and posts, the more your chances are. Now, that doesn't mean spam my videos. Let me just clear that up real quick. That doesn't mean spam my videos, even though nobody really does that. That just means, you know, leave a comment on each of the videos. And at the end of the month, when I do the drawing for that month, I'm going to gather all your names. And as many times as you comment on my videos, as many of those videos and posts that you comment on, is as many times as I'm going to put you in the drawing. And that's basically how that's going to work. You do have to be subscribed. I do have to be able to verify subscription at the time that I'm, you know, doing all of my checkups and readabouts and stuff like that. So make sure that I can verify your subscription status, because unfortunately I did have to pull somebody out of the box. I just did that at the beginning of this live because I couldn't verify the subscription status. I'm not sure if, you know, once they realized that they didn't win the first time, that they just kind of pulled themselves out. I'm not really sure. So I don't want to speculate too much into that, but I know that I couldn't verify it. So I had to pull their name out. So we do have all the names of everybody here. I have Angie, my faithful assistant, who's going to be here helping me out this morning. So let's pull out the names. So we have, mine is the one person that won originally. I have Happily Ever After Genie. I'm going to go ahead and refold these back up and put them in. I have Liz, who's Dream It, Create It, Imagine It. I have Marge West, who is Marge West. Angie, they say hi. You say hi, Angie. Say hi, Angie. Just say hello. Yo, she's like, oh. Don't put me on the spot. She said, don't put me on the spot. It's a hello, my love. It's a hello. All right. Julia Satterwhite. We also have Tanya, who's New York Freestyles It. Oh, up in the mix, up in the mix. So let's go ahead and put her in there. We also have Monica, who's Tanya's BFF. But that's not all she is, you guys. Definitely go and check out her channel is Scrapping for My Boys. She's awesome, awesome, awesome as well. We also have Deborah Marie. I haven't seen her in a little bit. I hope everything is well with her. We also have Ada, who is MSICU1221. So let's go ahead and put her in there. Remember, you guys have 24 hours to contact me. I am very strict with my rules, you guys. We also have Cindy Henry. All right, you guys. So, drum roll. We're going to go ahead and cover this baby up. I'm going to hold the baby down. And then my other baby going to come in there and pull the baby out. Let's go. Shake it, shake it, shake it. All right, Andy. Do the honors. Make it happen. As it says on my box. Make it happen. Okay. Come on. All right. So, lid up. Ooh. Oh, she's just like, where in the Wait,
was that not supposed to?
I mean, you could have, you know, at least moved it around. I mean,
wait, no. I don't know.
Okay.
That was the
Okay.
I don't know. Here, take it.
Cindy Henry is the winner. Cindy, beep, 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 beep. Cindy Henry is the winner. Winner, chicken dinner. That's not my phrase, by the way. But we have a winner, you guys. So Cindy, that's because you didn't comment in none of the videos, Anastasia. This drawing I did already previously, and everybody that is in the box is everybody that had commented. This was for May. So you have chances to win now, Anastasia, for June, but you have to comment on the videos. So when the lives are done, just come back and comment. I know that you've been here a couple times, so just make sure that you come back and then you comment on the lives once they're done, because I don't go off of the chat. I appreciate you guys being here, obviously. Please don't stop coming to my life. Be here, but also come back and comment on the videos down below, you know, because when I print out the list, or I go right off of the list, you know, right off of the thing, and I just start writing everything down from there. It just makes it easier than having to go through the chat, because the chat goes so fast that, you know, it makes it a little bit difficult for me to go back and to check it out. But no worries, my friend, no worries. So every month I'm going to be, let me just, now that I got the name, Cindy Henry is my new May winner. So just make sure that this is for May W. Okay, let me put her back in there so I don't have to worry about it. And let me just go over those rules real quick so we can go ahead and begin this art journaling process for today. So basically, you have to be subscribed. I have to be able to verify your subscription status. The prizes are exclusively for happydaycrafts.com. No other gift cards and or certificates to any other stores or places to shop online will be provided in exchange for whatever the case may be. These are exclusive to happydaycrafts.com. You're going to get a $20 gift certificate. And if you've been to my site, you know the $20 can get you quite a bit. So with that note, I think it's an awesome way for me to be able to not only promote the store, but also, you know, encourage your creativity as well. So that's all you basically have to do. I put posts on my community tab, and I also put posts on, you know, I do my live streams. So all you have to do is when you're a part of the live stream, and then you come back, I actually give you an extra bonus point because you were part of the live stream. So be aware of that as well. So if you come to the live streams and then you come back and you comment on the video, then I know, okay, she was in both places. Then you're automatically going to get 2 points for each of those live streams because you came back and you commented as well as you were part of the live stream. For the community post, you're going to get 1 point if you comment on my community post. Okay? You don't have to go into a huge, humongous paragraph. Whatever whatever comes to your heart, that's all you need to write. That's more than enough for me. And for every single one of those that you do participate in and communicate in, then you're going to get entries. Every now and then I will make special like bonus announcements. If you share the video on your Facebook, or if you share the video in other platforms, then you might be able to earn extra entries doing that as well. But I would appreciate if you guys did that anyway. Because, you know, love is love. Love is love, you guys. Yes, 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 yes. You definitely do. We have new stuff coming out. Every couple weeks, I have new things coming out. Actually, I was working on a special order that Ada requested. And she wanted me to like make her like, you know, just some standard shapes and stuff like that. So I went ahead and did that. But I'm also going to go ahead and add those to the store because, I mean, they're basic standard shapes. So that I think that should be, you know, something that I should have anyways. Ada just put the fire on me and I did it sooner rather than later. So I'm going to be working with a little bit of those today. Not those per se, but I am going to be working with one of the things that I did for her that I'm going to be adding. They're not added to the store yet, but they're going to be added to the store either today or tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my first page out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And this is what's cool about this. I can go ahead and pull my pages out so I don't mess up the rest of my book. I can put my book away and I can just work on my sheet and just basically do that. I am shipping out orders tomorrow. So orders that were put in last week and orders that were pending because I was waiting on chipboard, those have been done. So I'm going to be able to ship those out tomorrow. So you guys are going to get your tracking numbers tomorrow for those orders. Thank you so much. Thank you kindly from the bottom of my heart. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. All right. So, goodness, yay. Let's see what we do. DMB Crafts. Good morning, DMB. Do you have a name, darling? And I'm a New Yorker, not British. I just, you know, I play around with accents all the time. You'll get used to it. Carmen, I wanted to do 2-level houses with windows and doors. Yes, please, Anastasia. And you need to tell me how, like, what's the maximum size? Because I can make it as full as the whole 12 by 12. So you have to let me know how big you want it. And then I can go ahead and work that out for you. Oh, yes, my friend. You don't want to miss out. Plus, I'm going to have new stencil designs. I believe I put it on my calendar for actually in a couple of days. I'm going to be releasing the new stencil designs. So if you want to wait to that, then you can go ahead and get the new ones that I'm going to be adding to the store, plus the new ones that I added to the store a few weeks ago. Oh, hello, hello, Brian, and welcome, welcome, welcome. So today we're going to be working on my chipboard journal, okay? You can find these chipboards at happydaycrafts.com. If for any reason you see that the quantity goes down, I have to keep constantly adding up the quantity. I just, you know, I'm trying to control the quantity, but I have enough to make enough. So don't worry about that. So if you go there and they're sold out, just let me know. I'll just add, you know, I'll up the numbers again. Because it's happened to me like 2 times already. And I had to kind of like go in there and add the numbers again. So just let me know. Again, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, and you could also comment and communicate with me through here. This is my own little DIY gesso that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to pour a little bit of this on here real quick because I know I'm going to be adding all kinds of yumminess to this page, to this spread, actually, I should say, because this is more of a spread. And we're just going to go ahead and gesso this baby up just to give her a little bit of assistance and support. So as we go adding all the other layers of everything else, and I have no idea at all what I'm gonna do. I know I want it to be kind of mystical and kind of foresty, so we'll see. But that's just a preliminary thought, you guys. As you know, I don't plan my crafts, I don't plan my art, and it just comes out how it comes out. But I am always happy with the results. So, well, not always, you know, every now and then you're like, ugh. But for the most part, I do end up liking how it turns out. So we're gonna do some playing, and I have at least till 12 o'clock with you guys, because after 12 I do have to go, finished or no finish. So hopefully I will be able to finish, which I think I will. This is an art journal page. It shouldn't take me too long, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So we're gonna be doing some stenciling. I'm gonna be working with some of my stencils. I'm gonna be working with the bubble stencil today. So we're gonna be doing that. And I also, if you saw my Instagram post, there's oohs and ahs. I'm gonna be working with the O's today. And as Ada called them, the floating O's, or floating something like that, right? So we are going to see. You guys, if you have any questions, please put them in caps. I will greatly appreciate it. If you have not given the video a thumbs up, even though you don't know if you're gonna like it or not, I would appreciate it. You can always take it back later if you don't like it. But give it to me now. Give it to me now. So let's see. And my gesso is basically a mixture of baby powder that has like cornstarch in it, which I'm not too fond of. But with everything that's going on with the baby powder industry right now, up in roar, it's very hard to find regular baby powder. Like, people don't understand with DIY stuff. I need it for my DIY. And I can't find no damn baby powder that's just regular baby powder. What the heck? Okay. All right. So I am rather messy. If you've been here for the first time, you're going to see that I am rather messy. But I think art gets messy at times. So I am okay with that. Okay. So I have my heat tool right here, ready to go. I got me a little bit of coffee left, so let me take a sip. And I've got some modeling paste somewhere. And I think I'm going to add this little unicorn in there. This is not my design, by the way. This is of the chipboards that I bought from Hobby Lobby. I kind of broke it apart just to get it kind of smaller, but I'm thinking that I want to add this in there. Because of course you can incorporate other products and other things that you already have with some of the things that you pick up at my store. So no worries there. Okay, so let me go ahead and get my stencil off of my sticky backing. And I should have prepped this so that I can have this stencil ready. But I think what I ended up doing, let me see. Did I give Cecil the one that I prepped and kept the one that I didn't? Yep, I sure did. All right, so let me give Cecil this one. Shh, don't tell him. Don't tell him that I am going to switch it up. But I'm going to give him that one. I'll clean it up for him later. I don't want to waste time doing that right now. You guys, I don't want to waste time. Please understand me. Okay, let's see. Oh, hey, you're a card making person. That's good to know. See, you find out something new every day. Oh, nice, Brian. I'm going to have to go check out your page. Sassoon's not here. Sassoon's at work. And by the way, Sassoon is Sassoon's Vintage World here on YouTube. If somebody can find the link to his channel and paste it for me in the chat, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Because, of course, we got to show love is love. And that's hubby. And he's also a crafter here on YouTube. He makes, his whole thing is vintage. So he does a lot of vintage indexing and all kind of vintage scrapbooking pages and all kinds of stuff like that. So you might like his channel. I think you really will like his channel. So definitely go and check that out. So let's see. Do I want to play with like my little makeshift grotto today? No, I don't. But maybe I will play with some of the 3-in-1. That's my 3-in-1 stencil. So maybe I'll play with the 3-in-1 stencil today. And I really love this. I really love the stretch link. I really love how the pattern came out. And I love the way that it looked on the book. Once I did all of that modeling paste design on it. Oh, I really, really like that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start like adding stuff and gluing stuff and all of that good stuff. And I'm going to start like stamping and just starting to kind of have a little bit of fun here with this stuff. Let's see what I pull out. I'm going to start pulling out some stamps to use. A little bit of font goes a long way. Maybe a little bit of crackle. Oh, also, from the hearts that I used, I kept this part because I'm like, I can use this like a little negative. And I am gonna have stencils that have hearts in it coming out. My brain was all over the place yesterday, and I was just like jotting down a whole bunch of stuff. So, like I said, I will have a new release coming out really soon. I've just been on computer duties for the past couple days. My son got his computer, and it came with Ubuntu. If anybody knows what Ubuntu is, it's like an operating system for Linux. And everybody here is mostly Windows. Their brain only functions on Windows. Linux is extremely different. So I'm the only one that has any kind of computer knowledge when it comes to any of that stuff. So it took me a heck of a time to reformat that hard drive. You guys, you don't understand what I've been through the past couple days. It's been crazy. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Ada. Yes, it's a whole family affair, you guys. It's a whole family affair. All right, so let's go ahead and start adding some things in here. I think I want to add a tree. So my unicorn is kind of over here. I think I want to add kind of like a tree right here. So let me see if I figure out kind of like where I want it. So I'm thinking something like that, and I want to kind of be kind of sprawly there. Kind of thing. I just kind of want that something like that right there. And I'm okay with the scribbles, you guys. Don't worry. My tree looks a little bunky right now, but it'll be looking real good real soon. Let's not worry about that. I just want to make sure that I don't put nothing there. Also around here, maybe, so that I have an area for her to kind of like give her some kind of ground, right? So we have that, and then kind of like right here. I wonder, I wish I could have made her so that she's kind of like, hey, you, I'm here, standing on her hind legs, but I can't do that. All right, no problem, love. No problem. All right, so we have this right here. All right, so I just basically made myself like a little perimeter so that I know more or less where I can go ahead and add my trees. So let's see. Where is my modeling paste? Is it this one? No, it's not this one. I just had one. What is it? What the heck did I do with it? Here it is. Here it is. And we're going to be working with a little bit of the waxes that I reconstituted. So if you haven't seen that video, I went ahead and reconstituted a little bit more. Oh my God, I'm so like happy and I cannot wait to like use them. I didn't get to do them all, but I did get to do a good amount. So what am I looking for? So this is modeling paste by Decoupage Art. And this is what I am going to be using to stencil this whole thing up. What am I looking for? I don't know. So let's just go ahead and just start adding some of this. So I'm just going to start adding some of this in. Let me just bring this up a little bit like that. I want that top row. And I'm just going to add little bits here and there. Kind of random, but that's the point. To have some fun. A little bit of randomness here and there. A little bit of randomness here and there. And this is the stretch linked stencil that you can find over on the store. I think that this will look so great on the spine of a book, like you know, totally, you know, gessoed up and modeling pasted up. I think that would look super, super cool on the back of a book as the spine. Let me turn my computer a little bit so I can see. Yes. We are a crafting family, especially since my craft stuff is everywhere. They kind of can escape it. Hey, you can't beat them, you gotta join them, right? That's what they say. That's what they say. All right. So, and my other one, and I do have the bubble stencil, which I am gonna be kind of like incorporating here and there because I do have, where's my little baggie? A whole bunch of O's in here that I'm gonna be gluing on to add texture. Again, these haven't been added to the store. They're going to be added either today or tomorrow. Once I ship, you know, all this stuff out, we're going to be doing a little bit of that. Okay, right down here, I'm going to add a little bit of this cobblestone look to it. And we're going to see. We're just going to add a little bit of ground. A little bit of ground to this. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. Just enough to give it a little bit of texture. And then we're going to dry this up so that we can go into the rest of the circles and all of the other good stuff. So bear with me, you guys, as I dry this up as fast as I possibly can. Baby powder, acrylic clear, white almost glue, and add water as needed. Yes. Yes, it is. And I'm blessed, honestly, you guys. I'm so blessed. I'm so, so blessed. My husband enjoys crafting. He doesn't mind when I shop for stuff. For crafting, at least not anymore. Before he used to penny pinch. He doesn't penny pinch as much now. Well, maybe he didn't penny pinch. He counted the pennies, let's just say, that I was investing into all of this stuff. Now he's like, hey, so what are we gonna get next? That's awesome. And my son-in-law, he's an amazing, amazing artist. Like you guys, this kid can draw. I mean, he can draw. I told my daughter, I'm like, how did you find him? Because like it's such a rare thing. This kid can draw. He knocks me out of the water. Like he is super, super talented. And yeah, I mean we're just blessed. I mean my daughter unfortunately can't escape it because her fiance is now somebody that does art as well. Her father does art, her mother does art, her sister sketches, and she just can't escape it now. So so on that note, it's like okay, but it's amazing. Yeah, Angie is amazing as well. Like I said, I'm just super blessed. Angie's amazing as well. She's a digital artist. That's actually how I ended up using the drawing tablet for the first time and was like, oh, you can do this on here? What? So it saved me from wasting a whole bunch of paper, right? I get to just sketch right on there, do everything right on there. Um, and it's just uber amazing. And I actually love it. I love drawing on that. I know now why she likes it so much. It's amazing. All right, I think that's good enough to at least get the next layer rolling. So let's see. Oh, maybe I can use this for my trees, right? Maybe I can use this for my trees. So what am I gonna do? Let's make a tree. I'm gonna use the whole spine of this to make the tree, right? Might as well. Let's just kind of ground this a little bit and let's see where this goes. Let's see if I can pull it off. I'm gonna try to make a tree using that stencil. Originally, I wanted to use like gauze and just make it like really textured and stuff like that, but it's okay. I think this will probably be better. So I'm just gonna try to add this in here like so, right up here. And then what I'm gonna do, actually, I think, let's just smooth this out real quick. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just dip the brush, the silicone brush, and kind of um, add the branches like that, right? So let me put this here. I'm gonna grab this and put this here, right? And let's go Bob Ross on this and try to smooth that out, right? And then just kind of cut a little roll, not that's not so little, but a little roll. And I'm gonna kind of just like tap that in there and just kind of just to kind of give this illusion of like branches and stuff, right? And this is an art journal, so it doesn't have to be pristine. A chunk of something there. A little chunk of something over there. Now I'm just going to do that and just create that texture. Just kind of push it in so that it has some type of something or the other happening here. And I'm just going to tap that in like so. And you might not see it so much right now, but you'll see it as it develops and dries, and I'm able to kind of add other stuff on it. So let's go ahead and do that. And dun, 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 dun. And clean it up a little bit. Just kind of push that in there. And I wanted to have all of that bumpy texture so that I need to make a tree. Are we playing with the colors from last week? Well, those are definitely going to be incorporated. The sprays, yes. Yes, 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 Anastasia. I'm going to definitely be playing with my new sprays. Got to, right? So let's see. I have to. I just have to. So I'm gonna dry this and then I'm gonna use the bubble stencil to kind of go over everything so that it looks like a tree, like, you know, the bush of a tree. So this is just to create that texture. Give me like that textured area. So I'm gonna push that in. Again, just kind of add things like that and things like that. And just add a whole bunch of things like that. And sometimes when you don't have certain things, you gotta figure it out, you know? And this is no exception to the rule. So let's go ahead and dry that tree up and let's see what that looks like. I have no idea. Never done a tree in that fashion. So we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, I'm super lucky because I get to ask Angie. Like, Angie's really good at drawing hands and things like that. Hands is not my strongest suit. I'm like really good at faces and really good at faces. Everything else is a little bit of a struggle for me. I have to take a little bit longer to kind of get it to where I want it to be. But for Angie, like hands is like, she can draw hands and I'm so jelly because I'm like, oh my God, I need you to help me. Can you make her thumb look like a thumb? And she'll come and she'll help me. Let's see. Brian has a question. Would tacky glue work instead of Elmer's glue? You can use tacky glue, but you're probably gonna want to add a little bit more water just to dilute the tackiness a little bit. And by tacky glue, you don't you mean like Aleene's tacky glue? That's the brown bottle, right? That is like a goldish brown. If it's that bottle, that should be fine. But if it's this bottle, like tack it over and over, that's a no. That's a no-no. Because that's for repurposing, like being able to lift it up and pull it back. But any glue should work. Just how, depending on how thick your glue is, depending on how much water you're gonna have to add in order to make it a loose enough gesso that you can use it. Because you can make your gesso as thick or as loose as you like, but the thicker it is, the more it resembles modeling paste. But you can still use it either way. So again, this is just for impressions purposes. And I'm gonna do all of the stenciling first and then go into it with the colors and we'll see what happens. The unicorn is gonna be the last thing to be added. And the stenciling, the stamping I will add after I add color. So the tree look a little crazy right now, but it's okay, it's okay. I'm gonna get it to kind of bubble up by holding the heat real close to it. Getting it to just expand a little bit. Just so that I can get as much texture out of here as humanly possible. So I'm just gonna kind of hover over it a little bit and get some of those areas to raise up. Let's go ahead and bubble up our tree. Give our tree some texture. Okay, that should be dry enough, I think, for me to at least be able to go into it with the next layer. There's a lot of humidity happening back here. How? How there's so much humidity on my desk? I haven't even sprayed anything with water and my thing is sweating. All right, so let's go ahead and grab this one. So let's see how I want to start this. Let me see if I can get a smaller. I need to start cleaning my tools up a little bit better than I do. I just use them and forget about them and put them to the side. That's not always cool. That's not always good. All right, so I'm gonna start from the outside in, kind of so that I can capture some of that curvature on the stencil. Okay. And we're gonna see this is all experimentation, which is what art journaling is all about. There are really no right or wrong ways to do things as long as you get some kind of a result. Maybe not all results are the desired result, but it still can create something really cool and fun that now you know for next time. So you can apply it next time or know what not to do next time. So it's perfect for learning how to do different things and applying different techniques and just seeing what you really, really like. So I'm going to be alternating them and just seeing how this whole thing looks. I really have no idea, but we shall see. If I got to do anything else to it, I will. So you just work it till you feel satisfied. That's what this is about. And I think I'm going to put all my little O's onto my tree. And I'm going to scatter some of the little O's, kind of like if the wind is carrying it out. I think that's where my mind right now is going. It is an evolving process, so it might not stay there. But we shall see. And one more. Let's make this one a little bit more smaller. And just see kind of like what happens. Don't slide on me. Stay right there. Thank you. Yes, definitely. And that's the awesome thing about stencils. You don't necessarily have to use them like in the box, you know. You don't have to stay in the box with the things. Even though it's a line, you can still kind of bend the line and turn it into a curved line. So like you can use these things for many, many different, you know, to create different textures, different things. Like you never know. You never know. I've used trees to make tail fins. Like I have a die of I think it's a Dari's die, and it's a beautiful tree, but it has no leaves or nothing like that. And I use that to like make coral, to make fishes, to make all kinds of stuff. But it's a tree, so it all depends on the perspective on how you see it. But sometimes it's good to see like, So we're gonna see how this is gonna look, and we're gonna dry it. I think this is gonna look really, really cool. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see if I'm right. So I do apologize. This is the hardest part for me, is having to do the drawing, you guys. So please bear with me. This takes the longest and is the most tedious of tasks is the drawing. And this is what's good about working on a chipboard journal. For example, the fact that you can go like really, really heavy with stuff. You're not applying it on paper per se. So you can actually get a little bit heavier when it comes to your creations. And the chipboard will hold up, you know, rather nicely. Especially if you gesso it first, you'll have a nice surface to kind of work on. Yes, art journaling, fun, fun, fun. That's what we do here. We have some fun, fun, fun. They don't call it Happy Day Crafts for nothing. If it doesn't bring joy to your heart, you shouldn't be doing it. And that's just my motto. Time's too precious and too short. You have to spend it on the things you love, with the people you love, doing the things that bring the most joy to your heart. Because we've seen in a very short time span how you can be here 1 second and be totally gone the next. So don't waste your time on things that you don't need to be wasting your time on. Focus, focus, focus. Happiness is the goal. Whatever brings you joy, and however way you do it is fine. So it looks like a hot, hot little mess in that corner there. Let's see what happens. after I start adding color and we start seeing some of these raised areas, and I'm gonna add like some of the waxes all over the stuff. I applied it really heavy on some areas, not so heavy on others. So we'll see kind of like how everything kind of looks once it's all done. And I do kind of want to add some hearts in here as well. I just need to get this dry enough so that when I start spraying, it doesn't like mess up all of this modeling paste, because it will lift if you don't do it properly. Yes. Listen, I will be here by myself sometimes and I'm still like happy and laughing and creating. But it definitely makes it that much better when, you know, you have friends around. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Especially on this beautiful Sunday morning. I know the morning is not necessarily the easiest for everybody, but the afternoons and the evenings were becoming more increasingly difficult for me, and I need to be able to create because that's my outlet. So I start getting frustrated when I can't find the time to do, like, you know, projects, working on an art journal or creating a canvas. I really get stressed out. So like I need to be able to draw. I need to be able to do something that's art related. Um, and I was just finding it really, really difficult to do all that and do the, you know, everything else with the new store and everything else. So, but we're getting there, you guys. We're getting there. So right now it looks really, really crazy. Let's see how it all kind of comes together once I finish. What I do want to go in here and add, or maybe I can add these a little bit later. I am going to go in here and kind of stencil in some hearts to the page, but I think I'm going to do that after I add some colors. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of, we're going to go ahead and start spraying and adding color just to get the ball rolling on this process. And I do have baby wipes here that I might need. So we're going to be playing with some new sprays. We have some Dina Wakley gloss media spray. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out some of those, as well as the Zeth Apters Zinc inks. Well, they're not Zeth Apters. I think he said that what he worked with was the color, but the product is actually from Aladdin or Aladdin. It's a French company, but they do sell it here in the States. His, I believe I got from My Rusty Crown. So these I purchased over at My Rusty Crown. So go check that out if you're interested in these dye-based inks. Oh, now that I say dye-based inks, I'm gonna go get some gloves, you guys, because I gotta go out later. And I don't want to be outside looking like Bart with like all kind of rainbow hands. And this is a dye-based ink, and it took me all day to get my hands back to some kind of normalcy. And I did go over my journal. I did go over with a coat of Decoupage. So if you're using this, the zinc ink sprays, after you're done with your project is completely dry, use some Decoupage and seal it, because I was still picking up color. And I know that that's just basically because it's so pigmented, but I was still picking up color the next day. So after it was completely dry, I was like showing the video and I was like, what the heck? My hands got blue. So just be aware of that. Quick little tip for you before I forget. So I'm going to pull these all out. And I'm thinking that I wanted this forest to look kind of dark. So I'm going to go with this purple one. Okay, this is like a purple. I think it's like a purple. Let's see. I'm going to go with that purple one because I want it to be kind of dark. And this blue one, I don't know if I'm going to use the green. Definitely going to use some of that. Some white. And maybe a little bit of this cheddar. I love the cheddar color. It's so pretty. Okay, and I'm going to put these over here for now. I don't think I'm going to use those. I'm going to go grab some gloves. Yes, ma'am. I got gloves right here. I got gloves right here. Can we choose some of the colors? You want to choose some colors? Sure, you can choose some colors. Why not? You sure can. Jeez Louise, this glove is big. I think these are Sasson's gloves. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and see what we do. What we do. Okay, so let's see. So again, we're gonna be doing some drawing in between all of this. So so what colors you guys want? I mean, I already kind of picked some colors out, but if you guys want me to start with a certain color first, I can definitely do that. So we have purples and blues. We have the orange, some white. Well, the white we have to leave for accents. I haven't even opened this one yet. This one's called Eggplant, which is another purple. We have some blues and some pinks. I basically picked colors that I know that I will use a lot of. There's no point in, for me, I don't find the point to have a whole collection of something if I'm not going to use the whole collection. It just makes more sense to me to pick and choose the ones that I actually want to use, the ones that I know that I will use, and then, you know, later on I could always get other ones. That bronze color, that was the orange color. This one, the cheddar. Anastasia wants a bronze color. Well, what I have for bronze, I have this PH Martin in bronze, but we can add that in afterwards to kind of like splash, add some splashes to that. So we can start with the orange first and see what happens. So I'm just going to go ahead and start kind of spraying this in. And we're going to kind of go into this everywhere. Quite a lot of orange. So we've got some cheddar. We've got some cheddar happening here. I've got my mister right here in case I need it. But you're not supposed to have to need water with these, but we don't know. Now I'm going to go in and add maybe a little bit of this. This is the purple? I think this is the purple. And this is the dye-based ink, you guys. So this is why I'm going to be, if you're going to be putting your hands in it, and I cannot help myself but get paint up to my elbows, I need this. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of do a little sprinkling like that. Okay. A little bit of water. A little bit of water. Let's add some of the blue. And now here, I'm basically mixing a whole bunch of stuff. It's basically what I'm doing here. No rhyme or reason at all. We're just going to start kind of letting things move around a little bit. And wow, yes, yumminess is starting to happen. Yumminess is starting to happen. Have fun, go rainbow. Yeah, right, because we have a unicorn, so we could totally go rainbow. I'm going to splash a little bit of white in here just to kind of get this white blending in with some of those colors so that I can get some lighter tones here and there. I will add more white splashes later, but I want that to kind of bloom, and I'm just going to add everything, right? Just add everything. Okay, open Carmen, open sesame. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of add a whole bunch of different stuff in here. So just see what the heck happens. And we're mixing two different types of sprays on here. We have a dye-based spray, and then we have this gloss spray. And let's see. We didn't start fire. Who remembers that song? That's an oldie. I used to love that. I love the video for that song. Does anybody remember the video for that song? I think that was, is that something Collins? I forgot. That might not even be the name. I don't even remember. That was a while ago. Oh my God, I'm so like aging myself. I don't know where that song just came into my head. It was always burning. Dun, 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 dun. I called I don't know even what the name is. I just remember the chorus. It was like, we didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been churning, or something like that. It's just crazy. It's old as heck. I'm talking about like 1980s maybe. Oh, this is nice. You guys, I love it. And I'm just kind of letting it do its own thing. It's kind of soaking into the paper, into the chipboard basically. And I really like that. I really do. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more. So I want this to be, I want it to have light in it, but I also do want it to be somewhat dark. What's his name? Tom Collins? Is it Tom Collins? I know it was a cool video. And it was like everything was like floating in the air and kind of gave me like that Wizard of Oz kind of vibe. You can't even see the tree right now, but once I start adding the glazes over or bringing some of the details out, you'll be able to see it a little bit more. I think I'm gonna just do that and then do this again. Spray a little bit of water. Allow some of these colors to kind of bloom. And I'm gonna add more pink. I'm gonna spray in pink, I think. And let's see. There was one that I used. I think it's this one. Night. Was it night? Let's see. This is the glass. And you can kind of see the effect. See how it pops open? I think I want to do a little bit of experimentation. And I'm going to splash some alcohol into it. And see what happens, right? Let me get a little, pour some of the little cap over here. Just a little bit. Oh, you guys, look what happens when you put alcohol into it. You see that? Look what happens. Oh, I need more. Oh, I like it. Oh, me like it. Okay, let's dry because it's getting too wet. So you gotta make sure you dry, you guys. You gotta make sure you dry. Oh, bring that back. Bring that back. Push this color out. I think this will be the perfect page for a unicorn. Yes, you guys, more than one. Yes, it does, Anastasia. Thank you so much for suggesting it. Oh. Well, I love all kinds of music, but yeah. I'm an 80s baby, you guys. I'm an 80s baby. That should give you a ballpark figure of where I'm at age-wise. And my birthday's coming up next month, so this is super exciting. I get to be another year older. But hey, I get to be another year older. So that's a blessing. That's a blessing. Yes, it is. This has been a crazy, crazy year. And to be able to be here still is amazing. So I'm super glad and I'm super grateful and thankful. Oh my God, you guys, this looks amazing. I'm going to have to show you guys pictures like on my Facebook and stuff, on my Instagram, because this is like, what? I wonder what happens if I add alcohol to it now that it's kind of dry. Let's see. Right? That's what art journaling is about. It's about experimentation. And listen, if I can make the boo-boo instead of you, then I'll do that. And save you the headache. Right? So let's experiment and see. And again, this is going to be reactive. I'm going to test it on the one and the other by itself just to see the effects on both of the different brands, which is the Seth Apter, the eye zinc, as well as the Media Gloss Spray. And let's just see what it does. Does it react once it's dry? I don't see much of a reaction. So once it's dry, does it work? Doesn't do much once it's dry. So the time to catch it with the alcohol, I'm gonna say, is while it's still juicy and wet, and let it kind of break up everything. Once it's dry, it doesn't really do much. I don't see much, nothing really new. The dye-based ink, it does move the dye-based ink, but it doesn't create that separation like we saw. I think that might be unique, maybe to the gloss sprays because of their composition. But I'll double check that and test that out for you guys and see. Okay, let me put these sprays over here. Actually, when I'm gonna add a little bit of this light blue on top of this gloss spray, and I'll do it there and see if I can get to see some of the background colors shining through that. And this is what I love the most about being here on YouTube and you know, creating the things that I'm creating and working through everything the way that I work through everything, because it's just so much fun experimenting and seeing how different things react to different things. And sometimes it's that one item that you would think that, oh, I'm not gonna get nothing out of it, that will give you like the biggest wow. All right, so let me see if I can kind of bring this up a little bit so that you guys can kind of see, hopefully. I have to wait to see when I can see it on my screen here so that I know what you guys are looking at. Let's see. Okay. So we kind of see, kind of looks very galaxy-like. Once I added the alcohol to it, kind of gave it like a more of a galaxy kind of feel. So we're gonna go ahead and try, right? Yes, Ada, it does look kind of like a galaxy. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna just spray some blue, right? Because if we have a unicorn, listen, this is on a faraway planet somewhere, okay? This is on a faraway planet somewhere. And let me add some white into that. And just kind of add some alcohol to that, I think. Let's see what happens. Yes, it's exclusive, at least for right now, from what I can tell, to the gloss sprays. So when you use the gloss sprays, if you sprinkle alcohol over it, then you're gonna get a cool effect on that. And that'll be awesome to build layers with, I think. I'm having too much fun with this background. I'm like, what unicorn? I know I have to get to that part because it's 11 and I still have to finish this page. This is why my videos take forever, you guys, because I just have so much fun when I'm here crafting. Like, I zone out completely. And I just love, love, love the adding of the layers, the building, adding more layers and building and building. I love that, love that, love that. Waste not, want not. Let's add that in there. Let's get another one. I'm loving those sprays, but this spray is really heavy, so I'd rather splash it on when I can. Yeah, no, I'd rather splash it on when I can. Let's get some pink. I know I have some pink here somewhere. I'm gonna have a lot of cleaning up to do later. I really do love this though. Oh my goodness. But I think that's good enough with the color for right now. I'm gonna go into the areas with a little bit of a darker color. Moving forward, I have to find my black spray, which I don't know where I put it. Although I do have it. Let's go ahead and add a little. I really love how the alcohol kind of breaks everything apart. Honestly, I kind of prefer it over the water. That to me looks amazing. All right, let's put this alcohol down because otherwise I'll never drop the bottle. All right, so let's go ahead and dry this. And you guys can see how well the chipboard is holding up. If you want to make sure that that spine in the center, you know, that where we fold the papers at, if you want to make sure that that stays secure, feel free to just reinforce it, maybe with some tape, some masking tape you can add there. And then obviously, you know, do some decoupaging or whatever, or however you're going to go into your thing so that you don't really see it. But you can totally do that. And I really do love how this is coming out. Okay. All right. So let me put this to the side. I'm going to continue to let this kind of dry. I love it. And we have our tree here on this side here. So we're going to kind of make that pop out again. But look how mystical it looks. And I'm going to be going over the edges. So I'm not going to worry too much about the edges now. I'll go over the edges later on. So we have a unicorn to play with. And I can take these gloves off for now. Let's put these bad boys over here. You see how messy my desk is already? You saw how clean it was when I first got here? All right, so we're going to play with some of these. And the centers pop out. When you get them, you're going to get it the whole thing. You're going to get them like little coins, and then you just pop the centers out. So not only are you going to get circles, you're also going to get rings. And they go to as small as 0.5 in size. Thank you, Anastasia. Hi, Debbie. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And welcome. Happy Sunday. So I'm going to go ahead and pop out a little bit of a few of these because we're going to be adding these little rings to the page. Because again, we made a tree out of bubbles with my bubble stencil. So since we went ahead and did that, I figured we might as well go ahead and add like some of the parts of the tree are kind of blowing in the presence of the unicorn. So let's go ahead and do that. And just pop some of these out. And I'm going to be making these in jumbo sizes as well. This is just the basic size. The basic pack is going to bring, I believe, it's going to be either 3 or 4 of each. And it's going to go from size 5 inches all the way to 0.5 inches. So it's you know, it's a nice little amount for you to play with. Okay. Let me not dilly-dally too much with those. Again, stuff that I should have prepped before I started working, but since I never know what the heck it is that I'm going to do. These are just, I went ahead and went back in and cut just these little small ones out. But the pack itself is going to bring all the way up to 5 inches. So you'll have these. You can do frames with them. You can layer them. You can do so many different things with them. Oh, Venus is loose. Venus has been let out of her cage. Well, not her cage. Actually, she has a plate pen. I keep calling it a cage for some reason, but it's a pen. It's a huge pen too. So let's see. So just a few of these I think will do. I'm gonna try to get some of the little tiny ones as well. And they pop out rather easy. You just have to kind of push it out. I have the circle punch, but it don't go to the chip where I always want it. I know, and you're right about that. Some of the punches don't really go through the circle. So I'm really glad that you suggested you know, to add circles and the hearts and stuff. And not only that, while I was working on this, I got so many other ideas for other stuff that I'm like, can't wait. And these are gonna be probably you're gonna see them in the stencil release. And then they might reappear again when I do the chipboards for July. And July is my birthday month, you guys. So I'm super excited because you know, there's just a lot of things that you want to accomplish by a certain kind of age, and I'm getting there, and I'm like, oh, thank God, one thing off the to-do list, right? So I'm really, really excited. Even though I'm getting a year older, there's still a lot of good things that happens in the midst of all the crazy things that happened this year. So I think that's pretty good. I just want to have different little circles and O's and stuff like that. And I'm doing it mostly for the rings. I'm going to keep the little circles to use probably in a different project. And again, you guys, if you need me to clean these for you, I will. I don't have a problem cleaning them for you. I leave the bits in because some people do like to have the bits. I mean, look, if I would have thrown this out, that's like a whole circle. You could use the circle for something else. So I tend to leave the bits in. And that also goes for the stencils because sometimes you want to mask an area. Sometimes you don't want to use the whole entire stencil, or you want to create your own pattern out of the stencil that's there. And the best way to do that is to actually put some of the little bits back in. So I do leave them in there for you, but if you don't want them, I don't have a problem keeping them because I basically throw them in. I have a little bag where I call it kind of like table scatter, but it's really not table scatter. It's basically for like journaling and mixed media, and I just kind of throw it everywhere and spray over it and get a whole bunch of different other, you know, patterns and stuff just out of the little bits that fall from the inside of the stencils and the chipboards. So just be aware that's also something that you can do. So I'm thinking that this is pretty good right here, right? Some O's to kind of layer. I kind of want to like, we'll see how we kind of layer these. I might need more, but let's get this moving because I do want to do some stenciling on here. And this is drying beautifully, and it does have a really nice, still glossy kind of finish. Again, another layer of protection, basically. I do have a piece of chipboard that I use to make messes on, if I can find it. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I might have thrown it out. So. I'm gonna grab one of my chipboards because I always end up repurposing these, the ones that I use for other projects. Like I did with my journal, I put a pocket out of what I use on the inside. So we're gonna go ahead and gesso this baby up. I'm gonna grab my brush and gesso her up. Thanks. Yes. I am also gonna be trying other things to see if it'll like if it's conducive to other products. Not just the clay softener, but listen, I was like happy because I'm doing a lot of, you know, cleaning and making these stash boxes and stuff like that. And I was gonna throw a lot of them things out because even though I do use them and I do use them for like watercolor and stuff like that, it was getting to the point that I was starting to get a little bit frustrated with them. And I was like, I was really second guessing myself, like, damn, do I really throw this out? You know, and you feel bad because you don't want to, but at the same time, sometimes it's just like, oh, you know, just get something else. And I'm glad I gave it another go because it's working. It's doing the job. Now the question is gonna be how long will it last? I know a lot of people ask that, but I have no idea how long it will last. All I know is that I was able to reconstitute it. I mean, I just figured that part of it out. So hopefully it'll last long enough. And even if it doesn't last, you know, uber long, at least you found a way to be able to reuse them as they're meant to be used, and you'll get the full use of your product, which I think is the most important part, right? And I know that's what it is for me. I like to use everything until the whole thing is empty. Yes, Ada. Oh my God, girl. Like, get out my head. Get out my head. Because I was thinking the same thing about a lot of stuff. A lot of these different things. I was like, oh my God. Next time I gotta do some jelly printing with chipboard shapes and see. I did the last jelly printing that I did was with stencils and stuff like that. I want to try a jelly printing session where I just use like my chipboard designs and see like what I come up with. Because my next thing my next thing that I'm gonna be working on is gonna be like digital stuff that you guys can download right off the site. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna go about that. So I don't want to go too much into that part of it. But um, if I can get that to work nicely, then you might just see some prints and stuff like that on the store for you to be able to use. And I'm kind of debating on, do I want to make it digital or do I want to actually go into the production of making it and processing it? But I already have so much stuff going on the plate, so I don't know if I want to add another layer of stuff to do. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. So let me just go ahead and do this. And right from here, I'm going to go ahead and spray these up. I'm going to spray this in a solid color for the most part because I do want them to stand out from the background. So I'm probably just going to spray them maybe in white. I don't know. And some of that medium white. Maybe with some, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So basically, I'm just kind of prepping them right now so that I can go ahead and do that. What color should I make the unicorn, you guys? Should I make the unicorn white? Should I make it any other color? Suggestions, suggestions, suggestions. Hi, Monica. So let's see. Got some teeny tiny ones and some teeny tiny ones. Some teeny tiny ones. So yeah, you guys can thank Ada for the little circles that are going to be added to the store. The circles and I think hearts as well. So, because that probably would have came out sometime later. But she's like, I need them now. So okay, I got you. I got you. That's what we're here for, right? That's what we are here for. Pearl white. Okay, I have a pearl here. Yeah, I do have a pearl, I believe, that I got the Zeth After ink in pearl. So we can do that. All right, I think that's good enough for the circles, right? I don't need to, I mean, the spread is not that big, so that should be good enough. And you see it, you know, you hear 12 by 12 and you're like, oh my God, that's so humongous. Like I can't work on such, you know, such a big surface. But you guys saw how easy it was to fill the whole surface up. Like, don't let it overwhelm you too much. Just start a little bit at a time, and before you know, you'll have the whole thing done. All right. So we said we wanted to spray. What I have here, this is the pearl one. Oh, I didn't pick that one. And I'm not even going to dry them now because I'm going to have to dry them again anyway. But I am going to move them from the wet area so that they don't get stuck to the chipboard. Hey, look, that looks cool already. So pearl white and then add some of that pink. And hot pink. She said hot pink. This is as hot as the pink gets. But I do have I do have some pink in that. So maybe I'll incorporate a little bit of that in there. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually spray it all in white first, I think, right? Spray it all in white first and then spray that all in white, and then I'm gonna spray this which is the pearl, right? To kind of allow it to do its thing. And then we're gonna add some pink, you said on the knee. I don't want to make the horse too colorful because then it's not going to show against all of that background. So I think I'm going to add maybe the cheddar because the cheddar got kind of lost in there, right? I still want the white to be predominantly what shows on this, just so that they really stand out. And maybe some cheddar, right? Let's just spray the cheddar on. Okay. And then let's splash some alcohol. All right, we might as well. We might as well. Okay, Carmen. It worked better with the gloves. The hands just absorb the alcohol. I'm gonna have to put some alcohol in a spritzer, in a little spritz bottle. And this is 70% isopropyl alcohol that I'm using on here. And let me add a little bit of this pink one, which is kind of rose gold. And I'm going to go back in and add a little bit more of the white, just in case. Where's my white again? Where is my white? I don't find it. It's right in front of my face. Right. Yeah. Ooh, that's a lot. You see it sprays so much? It sprays so much. But look at the yummy O's. The oohs and the O's. Okay. Now let me go ahead and grab this is gonna be a cool little chipboard once it's all done. And I mean this one that I'm using. It's gonna be really cool, all the different little things. But this is stuff that you can do. And I am most likely gonna be adding something like this, like a whole scatter bag of in stencil material, so you can kind of lay your O's wherever you want, and then you can just spray over them and do basically stuff like this. So let me go get some inks, some pH Morgan inks, to kind of add a little bit of this and that to there. And let's see. So usually when I make my sprays or when I make my ink sprays, I usually just make the bottles like when I'm breaking down like my other mediums to make, you know, sprays. I'll just make the bottles and seal them up. Rings, mama, rings. The oohs and the O's, I know. Rings, yes, the rings, the rings. Remember, I'm the person that calls Cheerios everything, right? I call everything Cheerios. It's a Cheerio, you guys. It's a freaking Cheerio. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just add a little bit. This is my own DIY spray, but it's not a spray. It's not in a spray bottle right now. I just kind of make them and seal them up, and then just kind of keep them there. And we had and this is gonna have a cool effect. I already see it. It's kind of marbling. My horse is marbling. Isn't that cool? I can already hear Venus is having a ball over there. Yeah, a little bit. This is going to be very pink, which is not everybody's favorite color. But I am loving how this is looking. And I do want to add more cheddar right along there. Right along her legs. Now let me play with something really quickly and see if I can kind of drag some of this color everywhere. If I can drag them and have them meet, then they'll flow into one another. Let's dry. Hi, Cindy. You won, Cindy. Okay. No problem, love. Thanks for stopping by. I think I'm gonna go with the PH Martins and just make it a little bit more concentrated. Add a little bit more shimmer and shine to this baby. I'm gonna start adding my circles and just seeing what I want to do with them and how I want to lay those in, and then I'm gonna work on the tree because I'm running out of time, my friends. I'm running out of time. So let me grab a glue. Got a glue. Work just a little bit. And here I have some Iridescent Orchid by PH Martin. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that so that I can kind of add a little bit more color, but more vibrancy, I should say. This is kind of breaking apart already. All I have left is the iridescent stuff on the bottom. Okay, this is not really working. It's not really working as I had envisioned and hoped. But we're gonna keep working at it anyway. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the bronze onto her as well because we were using the cheddar and that's similar in color. Yes, whatchamacallit? Just email me, Cindy. Email me direct. If my email's not in the description area, which it should be somewhere down the bottom, then you can always contact me through my about page here on YouTube. All my contact information is there. Hi, Barbie, ¿cómo estás, mija? ¿Cuánto tiempo? It's okay, my friend. My channel's full of it. My channel's full of it. Okay, so I'm just kind of add a little bit of this. And this is really, really very pigmented, this PH Martin. I love this. This is what I make my inks with. my sprays. I'm gonna add some white in here as well from the ink bottle, just to kind of you know, brighten it up a little bit. That's not the lid for that. That was not the lid for that. So let's go ahead and add a little bit of this white again. Yeah, that's good enough for me. And let's dry it. Let's see what happens. Yes, Cindy. That's yep, that's perfect. That's perfect. All right. I got a unicorn there. Now I'm gonna have a unicorn. Nope, no unicorn there. But this is what we ended up with, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. She looks mystical in nature. Really, really super cool. All I have to do is basically edge up those dark areas, but I can do that later on in my free time. It'll give me something to do. Okay. I'm noticing that all this moisture is kind of seeking, not seeping through the paint. The actual chipboard is dry, which is weird, but maybe because it's on glass. But the chipboard is dry. But I'm noticing that I'm like creating little moisture areas, which is strange. Never really experienced that. Okay, so we're gonna go in here, and I think I want to just add the stress ink to that area before I put her down. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Just kind of fill this whole area up. Just kind of add some of that distress ink. Just kind of fill up some of those spaces around there. And then what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Where is this right here? No, not with this actually. I'm not gonna use it with this. I'm gonna use it with my wax. All right. This one has not been reconstituted. Where's the ones that I reconstituted? Oh, I don't think I put them all the way in the bottom. Let's see. Yep. Yep, I put them in the bottom. Dang it! Because I wanted to force myself to reconstitute the other ones. So I put all the ones that I did at the bottom. Look at that, it backfired. Okay, I got it. All right, so I'm going to use this orange flicker. It's still soft enough that I can still play with it. And I'm going to go into all my little group areas here that I created with the stencil so that they can start to pop out. Really kind of adding that here. Okay. Let's go ahead and glue her down. And you might want to obviously, you know, tape your corners down when you're working on something like this because it's gonna curl. You guys know how chipboard operates. Even paper does the same thing. So just make sure that you you know, adhere everything properly. And in a normal situation when you're creating for yourself, you will want to cover, you know, darken up all those edges around there and do all of that. I kind of didn't do that too much. I mean, it's white. At least it's not in chipboard color, but I didn't do all of that extra stuff. And I need something to put there so that it kind of holds that baby down for now. Yes, congratulations. Congratulations. And remember, for your chance to win, there's going to be a giveaway every single month. I'm going to be giving away a prize from happydaycrafts.com. Just make sure that you come back to this video after the live is done and that you comment down below and you'll be entered in. It just makes it easier for me. And then if I notice that you're there, then I'll give you extra entries for being in both places, i.e. meaning that you were part of the chat as well as coming back to the video. So just be aware of that. You can get bonus entries into that. And I'm going to be giving away kind of like a gift certificate to my store where you guys can get a whole bunch of stuff, okay? Let's see. All right, so I'm going to get to use one of the ones that I reconstituted, which is the silver spark. I'm going to do the tree with the silver spark and see how it looks. This is the closest thing to a white wax that I have. So I'm just going to go ahead and this was reconstituted. I mean, it's picking up all of the orange that I put into it, but that's fine. With the clay softener. So I'm just going to go into this and just kind of highlight that whole little makeshift tree that I made by just kind of rubbing my hands. And you see how easy I can just, like butter now. Like butter, my friends, like butter. I'm telling you. Sometimes it's that one thing that you would never think to use. Because who would have thought to add clay softener to your waxes? I mean, clay and wax don't even sound like they go together. So sometimes it's those things that you would never even think about. They give you the best result, or at least a surprising result, that's for sure, because I'm shocked. This is my little tree. That I made with a bubble stencil, and it's crazy wonky, and I love it. Full of texture. Full of texture. And what we're going to do to kind of make that stand out a little bit more than what it is right now, I'm going to go into it with a brush. I'm going to water this brush down. And just kind of just add a little bit of that to it. Just really quickly, just kind of give it some kind of a perimeter. Right? Really, really quickly. Let's give it a little bit of a perimeter. Just to kind of add a little something, you know? So it's not so like, oh my God, what happened there? All right. So we've got that. We've got that. We've got it. Does it look like a tree? Does it even look like a tree? Can you guys even see it? You're like, what tree carving? What the heck is this crazy woman talking about? Can you see the tree? Hopefully you can. Hopefully you can. What am I needing now? My O's. My O's, my O's, my O's. Let's go ahead and start grabbing some of these O's, and we're just gonna kind of, I'm gonna lay some of them on the tree itself because this is supposed to be what the tree kind of does or is or whatever. So we're just gonna add a few of them here. And I don't know if this helps it or kills it, but either way. I'm gonna kind of cut that part off right there. Let's get a few of these smaller ones. Let's kind of add a few here and a few there. And the funnest art is the wonkiest art. You see it, right? Yes! I did it! I did it! I made a tree with a bubble stencil. What? I made a tree with a bubble stencil. What the heck? How does that even happen? How does that even happen? Okay, so, and I will be doing more live streams like this. I'm not gonna say this Sunday, but I'm gonna do the whole journal with you guys live. So I'm gonna be coming on here and there whenever I'm in this art journaling mood, and I'll put a live up. I'm gonna have to put this kind of like face down and compress it so that it stays all the way good. Okay, making sure that I'm gluing the right side and not the wrong side. And these are so teeny tiny, these little dots. Put them right there. Put it right there. Oh, this chipboard. And not my chipboard, but the chipboard that I bought at Hobby Lobby. Ugh. It's falling apart. This is why I don't cut with this chipboard specifically. Because that chipboard, the minute it gets moist, it's like whoosh, it goes crazy. That's why I was so scared. I was like, please don't send me that chipboard. I don't want that chipboard. No. Okay, let's go ahead and add more of these little circles on this side now to kind of bring the whole page together. And I don't necessarily have a sentiment that I would like to add at this time. I haven't thought of one. But maybe something along the lines of, do you believe in magic? Right? It's like she has superpowers and her thing kind of creates these little bubbles. These rings, Ada, rings. Yes, right? It does. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. She's kind of filling the trees up with the ring. That's what she's doing. That's her purpose. She's the unicorn ring bearer. I have to make my own unicorn design. I want to incorporate a unicorn into the chipboards. Because if I got fairies, I need to have unicorns, you guys. Right? Am I right? Am I right? Let's see. Kind of gotta have these kind of like everywhere, right? And I didn't paint too many of them. But if I feel like it's missing something, I'll add it later. Let's see. I don't want to add it down there, so maybe around here somewhere. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit because I gotta paint that whole edge. I don't like the incomplete edge look. Okay, so I got one more ring here, which I'm gonna place right there. And we are almost done. I'm gonna flip this over and just. God, please don't let half of my page get stuck there. Let's see. This is a chipboard journal, Cindy. This is a chipboard journal entry. This is a chipboard journal entry, my friend. That's what this is. I like it. I like it. I think it came up really, really cool. And it definitely needs some kind of a sentiment. And I want to do some stamping in here. So I'm wondering how I want to stamp it. And I think what I want to do actually is test this because we're in a testing kind of mood. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of this there. And maybe pick up with the stamp. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm getting some texture. Maybe not too much, but some is better than none. Right? Yeah, you waste more than you use. That's for sure. So yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. What we can do though is grab some of the wax and like we missed it and do that. Let's see. Let's see. That doesn't work either. Oh, oy vey. Okay. How much time we got? 15 minutes. Not even. I need to add something onto this. I definitely need some more white splashes, I think, now that this is dry. So I'm going to add a little bit more white on here. Create that whole Starry Night look, right? And maybe I'll darken up my edges while I still have a few minutes left. And this needs a sentiment. I have no idea what sentiment to use. Where do I have my chipboard words? Let's see. I have to do that too. I have to make my own. Oh wait, I got this. Oh, I'm gonna add some of this. Hold on, let me dry that, and then I'm gonna add some of this. I didn't get to demo this with you guys before. This is what I received from Martina, who's the owner of My Rusty Crown. So I'm gonna go ahead and demo that and add some of that in there, since we got like a night sky going on anyway, right? Let me just dry the little dots up so that they don't move. I'm gonna get my sentiment. It's gonna have to be something wow. I'm gonna stamp a little bit, like a tiny little bit, with just some regular ink. I gotta fix my unicorn because it's separating. The bottom layer got stuck, but the other layers are starting to lift. That's my concern with those things. Okay. Oh, I wanted to do a heart in here somewhere. Not a big heart. Right? Do I add it to it? Maybe on another one. You was making chicken noodle soup? You was making soup?
Yeah.
Today is full of possibilities. I believe so. I believe so. Uh-oh. That's hubby. Hold on. Babe, I'm live. I'm live.
Don't come here. Okay, don't pick me up today.
Okay, babe. I'll hit you up in a little bit. I'm about to finish right now. I'll hit you right back
Don't
up.
worry, brother. You don't have to come through.
Alright.
Bye.
Alright, man.
Yeah.
Bye, baby. All right, I've been relieved of my duties. I don't have to go over there now. Okay. You heard me? All right. So what am I doing? Because I feel stuck now. He kind of threw me for a loop there. I had plans on going over there. Thank you, Ada. Oh, you're back. That might be a little bit too thick, but you can always water it down as you use it. So all you have to do is before you go dip into it, just wet your brush. And then, then you can control the consistency. So you can have your thick one so that when you do want to use it for like modeling paste, let's say, that you can still have that consistency. And you can basically use it a little bit more versatile than just the regular gesso. But that's awesome. I'm glad you went ahead and made some gesso. That is awesome, awesome. Okay, so let me go ahead and add this, and then I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do that. And I'm no longer rushing as I was, but I still want to let you guys go, because 2 hours is a pretty decent amount of time, I think. So this is Zinc Diamonds. Okay, it's a glitter paint, and you guys know I love this kind of stuff. And I definitely want to get more colors. The consistency is of a very, very fine glitter. Let me see. It's got a lot of glitter in it. And as you spread it, you guys kind of see. It's really thick. So in comparison to like the Deco Art glitter paint, which is their Galaxy glitter, this one, it's it's, how can I say it? I think I better just show you. I think it's the easiest way. Let's just show you. This is their Galaxy glitter, and it's absolutely yum yum. It has like a multitude of colors. It's very loose. This feels very thick, like kind of like a heavy gel almost. This is very loose, and as you can see as I spread it, it spreads out beautifully, but it spreads out really, really thin. So what originally looks like it's got a whole bunch, once you spread it all out, it kind of, you know, dissipates. But for some things, it's good. You know, for some applications, it's good. I absolutely love the stuff. I add it everywhere. I might just add it here now since I have it out. So yeah, that's basically how that goes. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this ice ink paint. And again, I think you could stencil with this because it's pretty thick. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will stencil. Maybe I'll stencil the heart, a blue heart in there, right? Where am I gonna add my sentiment? Today's full of possibilities. Do I want to add a heart? Like, I'm debating with this whole heart thing. I don't know. If I'm fiddling with it too much, then maybe it's not the best idea to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of use my finger and just kind of put it in a few areas, and then just kind of spread it out. And I guess the blue is kind of hard to see, but hopefully it'll pick up nicely. I'm gonna add to the whole mystical illusion of it all, right? I don't know how it looks to you guys what I'm doing, but and it dries rather quickly actually too. So I have a whole bunch of this kind of dried all over my finger. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the Deco Art one because we're all about mixing mediums in this channel, right? A heart between, oh, a heart right here. Okay. I can do that. I can do that. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this too. As you guys saw, this is kind of like a very clear base. So all I'm gonna have left behind is some of that yummy glitter. And I think the combination of both of these actually looks really, really awesome because the other one's kind of opaque as you lay it down, as you guys saw. And this one is not so opaque because it's got like a clear base on it. And the glitter kind of spreads out. It kind of like distributes itself. So I can still see all that yumminess is happening in the background, and I still get the little hints of glitter, which is like, what? And I think I want to add some of my horsey, my unicorn, just a little bit maybe, just to kind of give her a little something. But I'm gonna do it with the Cosmo. That the color that I'm using on this one is Cosmo, Pink Cosmo. And it's just to give her a little something. A little sparkle, right? Because we can all use a little sparkle. And I think I'm gonna go ahead. You guys told me to do that with the put a heart right there, right? Should I do the heart in a different color though? Because I don't know if that blue's gonna show now that I done put it everywhere. Cosmo. Yes. Yes, Cosmo. Cosmo end up in this journal at one point or another. Yes, greatly appreciated. Definitely. So this is what's awesome, and this is what I love so much about like the whole like getting myself into this whole chipboard thing, because yes, you know, I get to inspire you guys, but most of all, I find myself inspired, and I'm just like, I can't wait to create this, and I can't wait to create that, and my mind just starts going. And sometimes, you know, you just can't get, I don't want to say bored, because you shouldn't get bored. If this is what you do to stop your boredom, then you shouldn't get bored. But it gets repetitive. Patterns, this, that, the projects themselves get repetitive. And that was kind of like frustrating to me. It was kind of putting me in a funk. Um, but this now, being able to do this is like it brings a whole new life to me because I get to play with something that is a little different. Designs are a little bit different. And they're already made, so I just have to paint them and put them down as opposed to having to draw them and do all of the stuff right then and there. And it also gives dimension to my project, which is always a good thing. Okay, so we want to add the heart in there somewhere, but what I'm trying to figure out, oh, maybe I can do it with the silver, right? With the silver, add a heart like right here. A little one or a big one? I mean, like the hearts are gonna come between 3.5 inches to 0.5 inches, but that was a special request. But the actual hearts, I think I'm gonna put them at between 5 inches, from 5 inches all the way down to 0.5 inches, if I can. So with a big heart right there, let's do this one right here. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. And if you haven't seen my hack on how I reconstituted my wax and turned it from a piece of brick, I keep saying that, a piece of stone basically, as hard as a brick, but basically very stony. Then check that video out because you guys see me using it here. It does work. And I think what I want to do here, maybe. I'm just kind of swirling it around inside of that area to see like if I can get like a pattern kind of heart. Let's see how it looks. See if I like it. All right. See if I like it, and I'll fix it up now with a little bit of jelly, with a marker or something, and get that going. Let me just dry it so that I can trace it. And everything falls down. I have a whole avalanche happening here. Thank you, Barbie. Oh, you mean with the stencil? I mean, with the paste? I'll be able to give it that raised look now. I have to just cut my own heart shapes because the ones that I made are bagged up already. They're in somebody's package. So I didn't have any leftovers on the hearts. I had leftovers on the rings. I gotta get myself used to saying rings instead of O's. But let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of go into this a little bit and see how I fix this up. This is it, my signal uniball. This thing is supposed to write on everything. It doesn't want to write on everything right now. Why? Why? Okay. Like, why, little ring? Why you want to do this to me now? Let's see. Let's see if this Posca pen has any ink in it. Oh, it does. It does. It does have. And again, you guys, I draw and write the same kind of way. Like if I'm sketching, that's just a force that happens for me. And I do everything in little dashes. Okay. So I kind of like that, right? Kind of. Kind of. I think I could have probably done without the heart there, to be honest with you. That's probably why I was fighting so much inside of myself. So maybe we need a little one. So let me add a little one just to kind of finish it up because I might as well, right, at this stage. Just add a few hearts here and there. I think maybe once the heart has more other hearts in there, it won't look so out of place. I think that's part of the reason why I find it so strange looking is because it's the only one there. And then it's huge. So we have hearts and rings, you guys. Hearts and rings. So we're just gonna go ahead and just add a few here and there, right? Might as well. The little ones. We got it. 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 All right, I'm gonna leave that alone because hot pink. Okay, Anastasia, that's enough. That's enough, Anastasia. That's enough. We could do hot pink cards next time. Let's see. I will add though some of the bronze into that heart because you know, you can't have too much bronze in there at all, right? We need to add some. We need to add some. So we're gonna kind of just go in there and add that. Because that heart is just like, it's messing with me, you guys. It's really messing with me. It's really, really messing with me right now. I'm like, oh, I don't know. My page is looking so nice, and I added this dang heart. But I wanted to add hearts originally, and then I don't know what happened. That's what happens, you see? But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Because we won't fix it. But we're going to add the sentiment in here first before I go fixing stuff. So let me just go ahead and do that real quick. Let me do that real quick. While I kind of let that dry a little bit and I kind of marinate on that and see what I do to it. Because I'm going to do something to that heart. It's driving me crazy. Ada, you'll have to let me know what happened. Oh, you was cleaning the phone? Let's see if I can take her out of timeout. Unhide user on this channel. I unhid her. So hopefully she should be able to come out. Check Anastasia. Sorry, my friend. You know those things happen. I was like, what happened? Did she just tell me off? Because I didn't use the hot pink. I was like, I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. That was not intentional. All right. Okay. So we're basically going to be done with this real soon. Just about now. And I done got paint all over the sentiment, but oh well. It's kind of hard when you have paint all over your hands. And I'm a messy crafter, so those things happen. It's okay. I'm sure if she tries to come back in, she'll see that it was just, you know, a situation that happened. I unhid her, so she should be fine. And that happens, so don't worry. Those things happen more often than you think. Oh, you do? That's awesome. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get there. You know, it's been a while. It's been a while. I have a while I don't make cards, but right now I'm like, como que I'm not really right there con el papel. Okay. Well, I cleaned it up a little bit. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. This heart situation is really driving me nuts, to be honest with you guys. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna put, my hands got dirty anyway. I don't know, I just don't like it. I don't like how it came out. I'm gonna spray that. Hey, look, Anastasia, I'm adding pink. I'm just gonna try to cover that up a little bit. I don't like it. I don't mind too much the little ones, but I don't like how that big one came out kind of weird. And maybe because I didn't do the stenciling, like I should have done the stenciling the right way with modeling paste. I just wanted to rush it. That's what happens when you rush things, you guys. That's what happens. But yeah, I'm just gonna dry that in that little area right there. And hopefully maybe it'll do something more for me than what it was doing. Make it blue. What kind of blue? The light blue? You mean make the heart blue? Yeah, that probably would have been smart for me to do. Anastasia, you back? Oh my God! I was like, what happened? Did she tell me off? She said, "Oh no, hot pink, bye." I gotta get some hot pink. I just have regular pinks. I mean, this is kind of like a hot pink, but like, trying to cover that area up. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of white into it and just try to do it that way. And I'm gonna totally seal this after I'm done. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over some of these olds later on, and I'm just gonna highlight them a little bit by adding more white into them, but like with a paintbrush and stuff, and just adding a little bit more detail into them. That's probably what I'm gonna do. But hey, I got to cover the ugly heart. No ugly hearts allowed. Yeah, glitter and outlining in black. Okay. See, you could always start over in mixed media. That's what's so awesome. You can always start over. You saw I was fighting and struggling emotionally. I was like, oh no, why did you come out like that heart? Like I was so fighting it. And I was fighting myself on, do I change it? Do I not change it? Do I, what do I do? I'm not gonna stay with something that's gonna leave me unhappy, so I changed it. And you could do that 100 times if you so feel like it until you feel happy. That's what it's about. You buy this stuff to use it. So use it. Have fun. That's what it's all about. And I love it. Now I love it again. Now I love it again. All right. So I got a blue little marker here. Let me see if I can kind of just highlight some of those hearts with this blue. This little blue marker here. See, I like that a little bit better. Caught some texture from the tree there. And my tree, I think, looks super, super awesome, honestly. I really, really love the texture of it. It's just like, it looks like an alien world tree, and that's what I like. I don't want it to look like a regular old tree. I want it to look like an alien world type tree. Because when it's an alien world type thing, then you know for a fact you're using your imagination. You know for a fact that you are being 100% like, original, I guess you can say. You're using your imagination. You're creating things that you would not normally create. You're really having fun when you get that deep into it. At least for me. I love that stuff. So what is the last suggestion before I go? Are there any suggestions before I go and leave this as it is? I'm gonna add a little bit of stamping real quick because I did want to do that. I feel every art journal page looks a lot better with stamping in it, even if it's just a little bit of stamping here and there. I have to find if anybody knows of a really good white ink that actually shows through, because I have a problem with that. Like sometimes the white inks, they don't show when you stamp them out. And I need a white ink that really shows. So if anybody has a good suggestion that they can give me, then I would greatly appreciate it. And again, this is just for subtle little things here and there, just to give the page a little bit of interest. Especially on areas where you know that you didn't really paint too well. Kind of gives it an excuse for why that side isn't painted, right? It's like, well, what happened was, I forgot. Right? You come up with anything. As is. I say leave it as is. The sky looks awesome. Yes, I'm going to leave it exactly as it is. The only thing I'm going to do is just a little bit of stamping here and there, and that's it. Just again to create a little bit of something happening in the background. Lord have mercy. Just a little bit of something kind of happening here and there. This is an alien world, right? So we need to add something that's a little bit alien to it. And this stamp pad is really juicy. I can see it. All right, so I love that. It looks like a portal's opening up somewhere there. I'm perfectly fine with that. I think that this is good to go. It is 12:08, so I am over the time. But I want to thank you all so much. I already have my winner announced. Cynthia, you know what you got to do. You got to let me know. Anybody else is interested in participating in my monthly giveaways for happydaycrafts.com, all you have to do is be subscribed. You come to the live, you'll get an extra entry, but definitely make sure you come to the comment section of the video once the live is finished, and then you leave your comments. I do greatly appreciate your comments, and you know that YouTube is all about that engagement, so that's what they really look at. And if you would love for me to be able to be shown more and for my channel to grow more, then I need you guys' help by sharing the videos, thumbing up the videos, and definitely commenting on the videos. I really need that engagement to come up. I'm not so much worried about the views, you guys. It's never really been my concern with that, but I definitely love to hear what you guys think. That's always something that has made me feel really happy when I read you guys' comments. So with that being said, thank you all so much. Don't forget to visit the shop if you're interested in any of the items that I used here, but this is not from my store. And I have to add this. But you want to find the ChipBoard album, you can find it there. The circles, the rings, and the hearts and stuff I'm going to add later on today, probably tomorrow morning. So you'll be able to find that after that. And there will be a stencil release coming out within the next couple days for some new stencils that I'm going to be adding to the store. So, but you can go check out the ones that I have there. I have quite a few. So thank you guys so much. Stay blessed, stay awesome, and have a happy day. Bye.